Sigma men out there and the very few Sigma ladies. You know, shout out to my new subscribers, my old school subscribers, and my TikTok family. Salute you guys. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all. Shout out to my unsubscribed, my overseas gang, and my replay gang. I just flipped the whole thing right there. I normally do it the reverse. You know what I'm saying? Just doing it just for mental stimulation. That's what Sigmas do. What's going on, narc bullies? I know y'all out there handling narc bully business, and business is good. What's up, family? You know what I mean? Got to keep it fun. Let's talk about it real quick. We're gonna keep this under 20 minutes. I am not gonna go over 20. Even though I love talking to you guys, I'm gonna start breaking up the videos and just making more videos instead of a long one. I have like one long one per day. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe an hour and a half, and then 20-minute videos and shorter. So you guys have like clips to watch throughout the day and a little motivational. But I like watching a long video. I'm that kind of person. I like watching a long video, put the phone down, and get some motivation. Because I'm the kind of guy where I'm never going to talk bad about dudes, so you ain't got to worry about fast forwarding it through anything, Hey, what's going on, homie? What's going on? How you doing? How you living? Man, I love that energy reflection. Salute. I appreciate you, man. How you doing, man? How you doing, Tony? How you doing, man? Man, great energy. Sigma already in the building, y'all. And we got a Sigma in the building, no hater. Man, we got one of the men in here first thing in the AM, or is it the PM? PM? I don't know. Keep up the time. You know what I'm saying? Before the haters got in here, homie, I appreciate you. How you doing, man? I want to make sure I get plenty of these videos out for you guys today. I'm going to get that gaslighting. No. What do you want? Gang stalking series. Yeah. I'm going to get that gang stalking series out. And today I'm going to put something else out, but I want this to be put out early, right? Because you guys deal with this every day just like me, especially when you're on your ascension and your semen retention. And for you guys out there that are not on semen retention, I'm not going to bash y'all. I mean, there are some good women out there, and you could be dating a good woman that could end up a wife. So I'll give some pointers on dating tips. Of course, it would start raining when I get out here. It was raining out here. You know what I'm saying? But some pointers on dating so you can find yourself a good Sigma chick and not waste your seed. But for those of us mostly on semen retention and want to get on semen retention, I want you to understand your superpower, which is everything. I mean, you can do anything, man. You're a man. You know what I'm saying? You can do anything. You are the prize. Women, it's crazy. They're more spiritually tapped in than we are, but I don't know if it's because of that makes them operate out of emotion all the time or what it is. But once we tap in, I haven't seen a chick out there that's more spiritually tapped in than me. And I've been testing all the time. You know what I'm saying? I've been testing all the time. I'm out here, talking my junk, challenging any woman that feels like she's more spiritually tapped into me to say something that makes sense. And none of it makes any sense. My man, hey, listen, I'm going to tell you something, man. I got to apologize to all the men that used to try to come through and support me on my King David the Chosen channel. And I used to just always oh, guys, go find some other guy or da. I apologize, y'all, man. I was wrong. See, even a Sigma can be wrong. Even a Sigma can be too Sigma and too loner. You know what I'm saying? And then I realized after those women tried to take me down, and then the guys just kept circling around even after the women tried to take me down. And as soon as I made other channels, all the guys jumped on the other channels and have supported me, man. And I learned the error of my ways. So we're gonna do, especially with this channel, I'm gonna start a campaign starting today. And Tony, we're gonna start a campaign to get 1,000+ subscribers before the month of August is over, because my haters thought that I was done and over. They did everything they could. They were counting their chickens before they hatched. These haters were out here, oh, he's done. He can't make money on the internet no more. The readers, right? Because I was in that community for a while, right? I'm a reader. So I decided to be in that reader community because when I found out about my ex, I was using cards and stuff then. And I watched a couple readers, and what they were saying was exactly what I was thinking anyway. And then I put things together. And I started noticing stuff that she was doing. And because I got that soft spot, from, using them myself and then watching a couple readers, I was like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and, not affiliate myself with them, but, leave comments and stuff. And these women are witches. Had to learn the hard way. They're witches. You know what I'm saying? Like in the what's it called? God, what is it called, man? But with Dorothy and the Wicked Witch of the Wizard of Oz. Yeah, like witches, like actual witches trying to cast magic and stuff. What I realized was, as a man on semen retention, we're men, so our perspective is everything. And in the Bible, and I'm not telling you that all this has got to be the way it is in modern times, but in the Bible, it talks about, I've been, really looking over the Bible lately, right? You know what I'm saying? I was looking at Romans 12:19 the other day, and it put me back in alignment with allowing God to handle my enemies. I am a warrior. I did go to war twice. I went to Iraq twice. And a lot of these people online think I'm some kind of chump. And I control my ego. And that's my shadow side. When you hear me say shadow side, it's your ego. It's not nothing that I'm trying to make you guys feel is wicked, but your ego is kind of wicked. Like if you operate out of it and not operate out of love and your heart space, you are a wicked person. I don't care who you think. If you operate out of ego, when somebody insults you, that's the first thing you want to do is react. Instead of operating out of love in your heart and moving smart, then you are in your shadow. So that's what it is. You're kind of wicked. So what I do is control my ego. So I don't try to react like that when people are trying to antagonize me. But now that I've made enemies with these readers, and they've done it on their own because they decided to try to play with me, and I'm not to be played with. I'm not a reader like that. And also, these readers are not really readers. A lot of them are charlatans. They're fakes. But it's not just them. There's a lot of people that are fakes. And the problem is I'm real. And when you're real and you do everything by the book, I don't lie. I'm authentic. I don't steal. I don't cheat. I treat everybody like I want to be treated. I think before I speak, like men supposed to do, right? I carry myself in a loving space where I let my guard down and I speak to women properly like a man's supposed to. For some reason, women think that that's a weakness. Go figure. And instead of them embracing it, they will treat you like you're a chump and try to play with you. But then a Pookie or a Ray Ray or a Tay Tay, Day Day, sorry, or am I? You know what I'm saying? They'll let them guys treat them any kind of way, talk to them any kind of way, and give them the utmost respect. So what I'm going to do is make sure I continue to put you men onto the psychology of things because I'm extremely blessed. I've never chased any woman. And it's crazy that my ex did what she did because when I met my ex, I was hollering at this chick at the bar, and don't judge me, but I was talking to her. She had a twin sister, and she wanted to do some freaky things. I don't know what's going on in the area with that kind of that incense thing over there. I don't know what's going on because she was trying to get me to do something with her and her sister. And now because she wasn't that much of a looker, they're twins, but one of them was overweight and one of them was fit, and I was gonna walk away, but my friend with me at the time was like, he wanted this really cute blonde that was her friend. And I was wingman, and I'm like, I ain't gonna sleep with this chick so you can get this blonde. The only one that was cute was the blonde that he was getting. But then the chick started talking about her sister, show me her sister. And I'm like, oh, wait, now, hold up. But then she could see I was more interested in her sister. And she's like, well, wait, me and my sister like to share. And I'm like, hold up, what's going on here? What is this? And then my ex walked in the bar with a female friend that I used to know. Like, she, used to mess with my brother, so. Anyway, or my friend, I can't remember. My brother or my friend, I don't know. And then she walked in, and I was talking to this chick, and I was hollering at her. And, my ex walked up on me. She thought she was cute. I blew her off. I was like, all right, cool, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And then she kept bothering me. She's like, this woman ain't about nothing. She ain't talking about nothing. I'm talking about da 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 da. And then I looked back at her, and I got her phone number, and I was like, all right, I'll holler at you later. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. And I tried to send her on her way. She wouldn't leave me alone. She would not leave me alone until I left with her. She wouldn't leave me alone. So she chased me out the bar because she wanted to show off in front of her friend. I didn't know she was a narcissist. She was trying to show off in front of her friend. She didn't know I had a Mercedes, though. So I guess she thought I was just some regular guy. But then the narc kicked in when I went outside, unlocked my Mercedes. And she was like, oh, money. Oh, good-looking guy that's going to lay it down and have money. So she was just ready for it, right? But I say all that to say this. I didn't chase my ex down. She chased me down. I didn't chase the one down before her. That person chased me down. And whoever I didn't chase down, I was hooked up with by a friend or a family member who thought that she was a good chick or a good match for me, had already spoken up for me, and I just pretty much showed up. That's the way you want to be. So what did that do for me? Well, since I've never had to chase a woman, I've never had to deal with, now I've had women try to shut me down, but I'm psychologically more in tune or tapped in than most women. So when these women are shutting me down, I can look at them and be like, oh, you're doing this for a power move. I've always had that ability. And that's the reason why I've always had women. There's a spider on me somewhere crawling. I can feel it. Something crawling. Oh, whatever. You know what I mean? I'm walking through these spider webs, man, everywhere I go. Just rained out here. But I've always been able to outwit women. And that's why I've always had women. Like my brother called me king of the residuals. We'd be at the bar or something, and I have like 3 or 4 women hit me up, you know, because that's what they do. They hit up a guy, a Pookie, Ray Ray, or whatever, because I was a Pookie or Ray Ray. Any guy that's like sleeping with a bunch of women, you know, you're a Pookie or Ray Ray. Even though I was like, you know, like a Sigma Pookie or Ray Ray, you know, I'm still a Pookie and a Ray Ray if I'm running through a bunch of women, you know. So I'd be out at the bar, and it get boring, and I want to go home because I never stayed there the whole time. I'm very intuitive. I have this sense enough to know not to close the bar down. You never know, after all those Negroes get to drinking and probably smoking in the corner, it's gonna probably go down. You know, you need to be a rocket scientist to know that. So I get ready to get up out of there about an hour before it closes all the time. You know what I'm saying? And when I do that kind of stuff, it pisses all the guys off because I didn't know it while they were getting mad at me. They were using me to bring the women over. I never knew that. So like I was a guy that they made sure was around because I had this flair. You know, I'm going to probably get into fashion because I didn't realize how, you know, I hear everybody talking online, so I can see when women are talking about me. And I'm like, oh, wow, women think I can dress like that? Like, I thought most of all dudes could dress. You know, I don't look at dudes, so I don't know what women go for like that. I don't look at no other dude. You know what I'm saying? I think that's why I'm so authentic and my fashion is so different. I don't watch other men at all. And I don't do it as disrespect to be like, oh, I can't stand an aura of another man around, you know, which I don't too much care for. I don't want too many men around me, period. And you're Sigma, you understand. But it's not about that. It's about, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. You know, I just like to feel like I feel like if I'm a man, you know how you start watching anybody or getting too much advice from anybody, unless it's something like, okay, you guys, you went and found me and decided to get advice from me. But if I just start watching content and stumble across something and I start picking up on this guy's, you know, way of speaking and his ideology, well, how can I be a leader online trying to lead my soldiers, my group, you know what I'm saying, or the group of God that I'm, you know, leader of, because I'm not in charge of anything, God is, you know, how can I be a leader for them if I'm copying somebody else? So I decided, you know, I don't watch no dudes. So by doing so, I seem really weird to some people because they can tell that I'm out of touch, but to others, they can also tell that I'm ahead of the game. Like the ones that are tapped in can be like, oh, this dude, he's not out of touch. He's ahead of the game because I don't attach myself to nothing that's going on right now. So what I'm doing is thinking in my head, like what looks good, what I thought looked good whenever, you know, I used to watch whatever TV or whatever. But I have a photographic memory so I can put together outfits in my head. So before I even put them on, I can just visualize an outfit on me and, you know, mix and match and do all this kind of stuff in my head, man. I don't know. I just use my gifts, my photographic memory for all kinds of different things. And women notice this stuff. So get your dress game on and start dressing like I do. I'm not telling you because I think I'm the best, but I've started a trend of being able to dress simply. So you can dress comfortably now without having the brands on you. So get yourself some white t-shirts, you know, I wouldn't say white beaters, but white t-shirts and sweatpants, and be comfortable because I made sweatpants and t-shirt a thing. Trust me, I watch the readers. I know. I do my background research. They like the sweatpants and t-shirts. They like the simplicity of it, but you got to also, you know, have a watch, Apple Watch or some kind of watch. You know, get yourself some cheap AirPods. I made cheap AirPods cool again. When I started wearing them, I had my hating ex and other trolls jump in my comments saying, get yourself a more expensive pair of AirPods. How do you know I don't have a more expensive pair of AirPods? But those AirPods or those AirPod Pros do not look as clean as the originals, and everybody knows that. Everybody knows that. It's the cleanest look they ever came up with. And it's the most comfortable. Everybody knows the AirPod Pros be in your ear, and it's not comfortable for a long period of time. If you've worn those things while working out, you know what I'm talking about. That's why everybody's always buying those other brands that look like AirPods, because those jokers, they're not comfortable for the most part. I don't know about the Beats ones yet. I'm about to buy some of those. But as far as the AirPod Pros I have, no, they're not that comfortable in my ears. These are the most comfortable. You can forget that they're in there. And they're the most stylish. Everybody knows that. When you're buying the AirPod Pros and wearing them, you're wearing them to be like, oh, I got the Pros. Okay. Don't look worth nothing, but you're just doing it to kind of flash. You know what I'm saying? And try to be like, yeah, I got money. Stop doing that. The new flex is a woman having to figure out how much money you make. That's the new flex that I'm introducing, where they're always online. They're like, no one can tell how much money you have. Good, good. That way I can run off some of these wicked ass women. But I'll tell you guys, as a man, the first thing I do is I build up a emergency fund. I learned this from my little brother. But I used to put a little bit in emergency fund, like a couple grand. But what my brother taught me was to my blood brother, he taught me about how to make sure at least 10 grand is in that joker. So you have an emergency fund with 10 grand in it, and then your savings I like to have, let it get up to 5, start off with 5. But but make sure you have that emergency fund first, because you never know what's gonna happen, right? Because I realize most things that break down in your life is about 10 grand, right? So let's say my truck needs a new transmission. It's happened once, it's a Ford. That was about, I think, like 8 grand worth of work. Motorcycle need repairs, anything between it's a Ducati, so they charge me for everything. So it could be like 5 or 6 grand. You know what I'm saying? I get evicted, right? Get a new place without having good rental history. We got to pay the deposit and everything. What are we talking about here? Like, 4,000, maybe 5,000 or something like that. You want to always make sure that you got $10,000 saved up somewhere, not as your savings, but just in case, an emergency fund. You need to have that, man. Like, I have that, and there's so much comfort in having that. I'm not saying it's just at that, but you got to start with that. I don't do, if I can't, I make sure that I buckle down until I have at least that going on. I like to have the savings going on as well. And also make sure you have different accounts for different things. Like, I got, an expense account for groceries or things of that nature. I got an account for bills. I don't have all my money in one bank. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, I move around a lot. I don't trust anything. I like to have multiple sources of everything. So I have a couple banks I work with, and I also like to make sure a few. And I like to make sure I have different kind of accounts. That way I know what, pay my bills with. I know if anything goes wrong, that expense account, I don't touch it. I forget that I have it. I completely trap it outside of my mind. 17 minutes, I got a few minutes left. Okay, all I need is 3 minutes for this anyway. Let's go. Listen, use your haters for motivation, okay? Use your haters. I use readers every day to motivate me. Every day. I will rise, I will pray to God and do whatever I do, and then, get in my good mood, and then I'll just scroll, find me a reader, and then as soon as I see some short-haired, Chris Brown looking chick, this trout mouth chick, and don't act like you don't know what a trout mouth chick is. That is not an old school phrase that you younger generation need to let go. We need to keep that going. Listen, guys, we got to bring back those old different phrases we had to shut down these scallywags, man. We got to bring them back. We done gotten too soft. So I'm gonna bring them back, all right? So this trout mouth Negro, this chick, let me stop. If you don't know what a trout looks like, look it up. But I'm saying her bottom lip resembles, you know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about, them chicks with their bottom lip, they can't close their mouth, they just kind of hang there. Y'all, come on, man. Don't be sitting in the comments not saying nothing. Y'all know what I'm talking about, bruh. You know what I'm talking about, old trout mouth chick. And I ain't talking about no sexual thing, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about, like, just she don't seem like she can shut her mouth. Like, when she's just sitting there and she probably feels like her mouth shut, it's not shut. That bottom lip is still. And she be talking and, what's going on you? What's going on? Like that, oh, pointy, like it's that kind of pointy, oh, trout mouth, juicy lip. Anyway, I got this one black chick been hating on me for a minute, man. And she thinks she's smart or whatever. I just don't, listen, any woman that takes little jabs at me and try to use big words while taking jabs at me and trying to use psychology, lady, let me tell you something, man. Your brain couldn't, listen, if I want to start messing with your head, as far as like just psychologically dropping, and don't worry about it, I might, on my reader channel, just dropping little different psychological snippets where are you talking about me? Are you talking about me? Oh yeah, I'm talking about you. I'm talking about you. You know. I got a reader channel now too. See, gentlemen, we got to go back to giving these women the energy they give us. You want to give us some old energy? We got to be able to mirror the energy to them sometimes, because we're not chumps, man. We're not here to be played with. These chicks need to know better. Period. Point blank. Hey, what's going on, Jersey? What's going on, Sean? How you doing? How you living? I got Tony. I got Sean in here, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Two of my reflections, dope Sigmas and narc bullies, and they understand what I'm talking about. I'm talking about these old trout mouth ass chicks. And we're gonna bring back all them good. Go back and start watching some of those movies with the rappers where, you know, the lead, you know, whatever in it. Man, they got some good stuff. Like Cameron, he got some good stuff. Method Man and Red Man, and that, what movie was that? Where they were going off of that one dude, and he was like, oh, man, listen, all them old school ways, man, we got to bring them back. We done lost all our good words to shut them down. Women be gaslighting us, trying to call us zesty and everything like that. You can be like, oh, shut your old trout mouth ass up, girl. What you talking? You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to have our own stuff to come back at these women, man, because they say the most goofy stuff. And then once you come back at them, because I do it all the time, they ain't got no follow-up. And then they get emotional, and guess what you do? Hey, listen, guess what, though? How you feel about da-da-da-da-da ain't none of my business. Guess what they say to that? Oh, you're super zesty. Man, shut your goofy self up. If I'm so zesty, what are you doing here, right? You got a fetish for the zesty? Girl, sit down somewhere and shut up. They say the goofiest stuff, man, but they're never challenged. Normally they irritate guys, but you can't irritate me. I know when a fool's gaslighting me. I know when a fool's talking over me. I know when a fool's trying to run some mental manipulation on me. And you do too, Reflection. So listen, we are the antidote to this modern feminist war on masculinity, and really what they're doing, let's call it for what it is. And that's what it is. It's modern day slavery. And guess what else, gentlemen? They're trying to colonize us. Yeah, I said it. They're trying to colonize masculinity. They don't want it to go away. They just want to take it. They want to appropriate it. And we say nay. How are we going to have some estrogen-filled female trying to be the new alpha? You can't lead like that. You can't lead with emotion, okay? And as much as women want to say that they're running things, well, it seems like all we're getting is a B-movie carbon copy knockoff, as opposed to some new original thing. And I don't like what I see when these so-called alpha women. It's bad enough dealing with alpha dudes, but an alpha female, that is an emotionally driven, wild woman with no man and no sense of accountability or responsibility. It's a lose-lose in every kind of way. So I say that to say this. I'm about to get off of here and then jump on another video. Listen, guys, make sure from now on you use your haters as motivation. If you got a bunch of hating dudes on you, use them for motivation. What is a grown man doing hating on another grown man? What is a grown man doing having an opinion of another grown man? So if you have any dudes at your job or family and they got something to say to you about the way you look or how you acting, you hit them with that. Bro, listen, I hear you. I don't respect it. And understand your opinion and your perspective of what I do is none of my business. And also, what grown man worries about what another grown man's doing? Don't you have stuff to be doing? Like building your empire? What? Just think about it from a perspective of just weirdness. You got some guy, a brother, or whoever who feels that they got advice for you that you didn't ask for. And you think about it. I always ask things like this. When did you come up with this? Were you sitting on your couch with your kids and your wife, and then you had a random thought about me? Or did you have a discussion about me, and then you decided to come up with this? You and your wife. Like what? You know what I'm saying? Or if it's a woman, it's like, when did you come up with this? In between, sessions with your boyfriend, or, you know what I'm saying? Or going to work, and then, you get an itch in your crack while you're wearing your little skirt without taking a shower before you go into work, and then think about whatever me and, what, how is that? You know what I'm saying? Man, I gotta get off of here. 24 minutes. Look, y'all, use your enemies as your power source. I do it all the time. I use them as a power source. I make sure that I always, dog poop over here, scaring me, man. There it is over there. There's this gigantic dog poop over here, man. And it's, just sitting over there, biggest I've ever seen. And I feel like I'm gonna step on it at some point in time. But use them as energy. Like, so when my haters, I get online, I got this reader, this Chris Brown looking chick. This look at me now chick. Look at me now. Look at me now. Getting paper. Look at me now. Look at me now. Yeah. She one of them type of chicks, right? This chick, man, look, the funny thing is I watch these chicks after they watch me, and I watch how they try to take characteristic traits from me trying to be charismatic or whatever, and it comes off so fake and so cringe. You know what I'm saying? I know what you're doing, but it's not coming off authentic. Your subscribers might not pick up on it, but I can. And I pick up on all the shade that she's putting down, all the weird things that she tries to say and try to take jabs at the way I speak, or this is women, man. And I just listen to it like, oh, you think I have a, oh, you're trying to take a jab and say I had a speech impediment when I was a child. That's a wild assumption. That's a wild assumption, right? You over here, trout mouth, look like you can't close your mouth to make sure the slobber don't come out between where your lip comes together. But you think, I don't know, Chris Brown. I don't know, Chris Brown. But anyway, I'm gonna get off of here, man. Just watch out for these kind of people, okay? You know, you're gonna have these women that are doing it on a regular basis, and maybe some guys don't get motivated that way. So if you got a Pookie, Ray Ray, Tay Tay, I mean Day Day, I don't know why I keep saying Tay Tay. Or do I? Anyway, y'all, look, I'm gonna get off of here, man. Listen, y'all ladies gotta do better. I'm gonna crush y'all in all kind of different kind of ways with your shade. I'm gonna show you how to do real shade. I just did like multiple layers of shade this whole video. I wonder if y'all can decipher it, ladies. I wonder if you can find out which one of y'all I'm shading, which one of y'all I'm shading really bad. And I think you should be able to figure it out. And just in case you cannot figure it out, right? You know, I kind of just told you. Again, I don't normally mess up when I say that. I'm pretty accurate at Pookie, Ray Ray, and Day Day. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know why I'm thinking about a Tay Tay. You want to be on my map? You're on my map, young lady. Show me what you can do. You think you're smart? You think you're above this and that and you have great words? Show me, Tay Tay. Show me. Better than you can tell me, okay? No more talking, no more beating around the bush, Tay Tay. Let's get it. Let's go, Chris Brown, Chris Breeze, Tay Tay, Tay Tay. Trump mouth, nigga. All right. Listen, peace, love, and light. Ladies, I welcome all of your shade and your reading videos. I normally take your videos, put them in my AirPods, and listen to it while working out. It's motivation. Listening to these idiots try to find clever ways of shading someone smarter than them. It is so funny. Keep looking through the dictionary for big words. Keep trying to put yourself together. Keep trying to look better in your videos to try to get attention. But understand the psychology of things. Women don't waste time. So if you're investing time into me, it's because you like what you see. Period. Women don't waste time. So with hypergamy and everything like that, so understand that I know that you like what you... Hey, Fendi, what's going on, homie? Man, I got all the big dogs in the house. Hey, you guys, do me a huge favor while you're in here. Because once I leave the live, it locks it down. And it kicks everybody out. So hit the like button if you can. If your hands are free. But, you know, women don't waste time. So if a woman is investing time into you, I don't care what she says. She likes you. Now, if she's investing time into you and she's picking on you, she's stuck in a childlike mentality. She could be a narcissist, she could be a psychopath, or she could be a sociopath. One of the dark triad, which I'm studying right now, and I'm going to give you guys plenty of information on. I'm giving you all the psychological tips to be able to keep up with women. I've looked at different things on TikTok. I've just realized that most men are not as tapped in as I am as far as naturally knowing what women think. I know what women think, man. Every woman I've dated, every woman I've encountered, every woman I've studied is in my brain. And I know how they move. Why do you go to my TikTok? I can turn women on without, I don't even try. Because I literally got the psychological way women move nowadays in my head. So everything I do turns on women right now. Everything I do. The ones that like me, the ones that hate me, I still turn them on because I understand psychology. I know how women think. I know what they want. And if you know what I'm saying, make yourself in a way that's kind of similar to me, you'll get any woman you want. I don't care what women think. I got a way of being able to go back at any woman that says something to me, which goes a long way with women. They like to see you can defend yourself with men and women. You know, they don't want you to be able to defend yourself with men. And then any woman that comes at you, they can just verbally destroy you. A woman's like, come on now. Nah, I don't get verbally destroyed by anybody. As a matter of fact, I got a nickname on TikTok. You know what I'm saying? Walking Karma. And the human lie detector. I like that the most, though. I am a human lie detector. You cannot lie to me. You cannot lie to me. You can't fake it to me. You can't do nothing. I read everything, body language, your facial expressions, the way your heart's moving, the way your heart's pumping. If your voice starts breaking up, You know, I read everything and I'm tapped in. So I already know where your soul is at and where your energy's at. So I'm really a threat. And I love it. Because I want to be. If you're not a friend of mine, I should definitely be a threat to you. Oh, I like that. If you're not a friend of mine, I should definitely be a threat to you. A divine download right there for my Sigma men. Make sure y'all saying these things or whatever, because when you have a good verbal repertoire where women know that they can't just manhandle you with words, it gives you a lot of respect in the community of women. Trust me. Like, they'll talk junk like, oh, he's all quick and and zesty and I'm so zesty. You want to see what these lips do, don't you? I'm so zesty, but you still want to see what these lips do on that cat. Shut your mouth, girl. You wish. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So again, never let a woman shame you, because understand something, guys. Most women out here are single mothers with multiple baby daddies, living off government assistance in all kind of different forms and fashion. So she has no right to say nothing to you with all the assistance that she gets from the government, the powers that be, and everything else. So do not listen to her whatsoever. Any woman gaslighting you, take that as a compliment. She obviously likes what she sees, because women don't waste their time. Every time you're dating a woman, she's always looking with her hypergamous mindset. And nowadays, most of these women are promiscuous. So promiscuity and hypergamy in modern times, man, makes for a mess of a female. Don't take none of them serious. When you get aligned with God, God will lead you to the right kind of woman, or she'll come into your path, or whatever the case is. We are not chasing down these women anymore. Why do you think they're so mad at us for not chasing them? I know I went over my 20-minute thing, but whatever. They're mad at us for not chasing them because the society has set it up and told them, hey, you know, they chase you, now you can do this. Well, when we throw a monkey wrench in it by not chasing, like, well, what do we do now? How do we address this? They're supposed to chase us, and then we clown them in front of our friends and maybe take the number or not take the number, or they can't do none of that stuff anymore. We're messing up the whole game. Hey, what's going on, homie? How you doing? How you living? We got all the hitters in here, man. Well, we got all the Sigma Kings up in here, man. Well, we got Nate, man. We got Fendi. We got Sean. We got Tony. Salute to y'all, man. Salute to the tribe members. You guys do me a great favor. Hit the like button while you're in here before I get off of here. But we're redefining things. Peace and blessings, my man. I got a new campaign. I'm going to leave a comment from now on in the description, you guys, that's saying I want to get us to 1,000 subscribers before the end of the month. We're getting watched, y'all. Hey, man, y'all are doing something, you don't even realize it. Y'all are gaining internet respect and you don't even realize it. Listen, my channel, everybody knows I'm all about making sure that men get the respect we deserve and bringing men back to our greatness or whatever. And women thought that they took me down by, you know, kind of, sort of get my views messed up on my main channel. You guys are showing me that they didn't do nothing but motivate me and bless me. Every subscriber I get, when you guys have videos go viral, do you know it's pretty much unheard of for them to see me with a video with 24,000 views on it? They'd never seen that. They thought I was done. You guys came into the mix. Now they're giving me, oh man, you know, they're saying all kind of stuff. You got a following. You know, you're able to lead women and men. And I've always been able to lead women and men. I just don't need the haters. When I got a team behind me, man, I'm a leader. You know what I'm saying? I did 9 years in the Army. I worked for the White House half that time. I went to Iraq twice. All my soldiers underneath me came back home. Hell, I was young. I was like a 23-year-old sergeant. I've always been ahead of my time. My soldiers were the same age as me. You know what I'm saying? I had a 6'4" soldier that want to wash his ass, and I had to be in Iraq getting on him all the time, man. And I would have beat his ass like a tree, man. What are you talking about? And he knew it. You know what I'm saying? So again, man, you're redefining what a man is, and this channel is making headway. Y'all are getting respect y'all are giving men respect by just subscribing. You know what I did when I said I'm starting this channel for men? I made that known in the beginning. That way it's not no funny, oh, is it for men? No. It's for men. That's what I said in the beginning. And men have been rolling in here, and guess what? Blowing up. Blowing up. Everybody's like, man, it's growing so fast. How does that? They're copying me. I have channels that have all kind of subscribers, bringing up a backup channel, talking about semen retention, They're copying me because they want to get my audience. They're trying to harvest off of me. You see how these vampires do out here? You see how the devil works on the internet? I see it though. I see how they're moving. I see how the dudes are moving, the chicks are moving. Everybody's copying me. And then it's about mental manipulation, try to manipulate me into being like, you're a role model, and it's just people admiring you. Stop being offended. Shut up. You starting to sound like the slave master saying, you know, don't go against your master. Be obedient. No, I don't like you taking from me. I don't like it. It makes me feel some type of way because you're not shouting nobody out. You're just stealing, and you're trying to make it a part of you and then harvest, you know, from me. Even trying to take some of the kind of people that would probably come over to my channel, but your channel's bigger, so it might go to you. While you're saying the same words that I'm saying, the problem is, though, none of you dudes out here sound or look real with it. I'm sorry. You look too soft, or you look too fake, or you look too pretty, right? You're trying too hard to be too pretty, you're looking too soft, or you're looking too fake. Well, real men are going to recognize another real dude. Like, they're going to be like, man, I kind of feel like that's kind of dude I probably go to the bar with or whatever, and you know what I'm saying? Or, you know, be in the, you know, go shoot some hoops with or something like that. You guys seem like a bunch of fakes. And I don't care what you do to copy me, you're not going to come off authentic because you're not real dudes. You don't really, you know, hang out with dudes. You don't really get women like that, too. I'm going to tell you something that really gets you with men. A man can tell if a dude gets women. I'm sorry, bro, but a dude can tell if you get women. Now, you're online looking like Jordan Peterson or worse, or Elon Musk, and you're trying to put out game to dudes that's like, you know, dressing decent, shaving a beard. Nah, ain't nobody listening to that shit, bro. Ain't nobody listening to you. Ain't nobody want to hear what you got to say. And these dudes be looking a whole hot mess. And other dudes like me that actually get it, like, bro, you ain't telling me nothing. You ain't telling me nothing. You ain't got, I mean, you know what I'm saying? You know a dude that be getting it. You can tell by the way he moves. You can tell by how he dress, his the way he interacts with women. These dudes be simping with women. If you a dude online and you be over there, you know, making videos in favor of women, you're a simp, bro. And you over here being a Panda Bear Express is not showing any real dudes you get play like that. And those women are not going to sleep with you. They're going to sleep with us. They don't sleep with us. The ones that are saying, I don't care what you doing. I don't care what you think. Don't come over here running your mouth. I don't want to hear no woman running her mouth. And da, 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 da. Those are the kind of guys that are getting the women. And all this pandering you're doing, I guess it's getting you views, but is that money keeping you warm at night? I bet it ain't. That's why you're copying me. You're trying to get like me. Listen, bro. Keep doing what you're doing. I lost a couple people, so it probably was some of those copycatting dudes. Exactly. You see what it does? When you're a real masculine dude, you run off these betas and these alpha weirdos. You know what I'm saying? You run off a beta or an alpha real quick because they really ain't about that life when it comes to you. You're the real deal. They know you're about those hands. They know you got those words, and they know you're thorough. And you don't stop. They can't beat you. They can't use the internet to bully you. You can't be bullied. You're the bully's bully. You check the bullies. You know what I'm saying? You like the principal or something in that Joker, man. You like the bully's bully. Like, sit your goofy self down. Girl, shut your Chris Brown. You know what I'm saying? Look at me now. Sit down somewhere. I'm getting paper. Sit down, girl. Sit down. Shut your goofy looking... Trying to get attention. Girl, sit down somewhere. Old trout mouth. Bro, I'm telling you, man. When you know how the matrix works and how these losers use the system, the social construct to bully you, their clout, their fellow YouTubers or their friends, if it's in person, most of the time it's gonna be online if they're using these kind of things to bully you. How can you bully somebody that knows the internet's not real? Let's break it down even more than that. Where do you women and you beta alpha, because it's the same thing as far as I'm concerned, just two sides to the same coin, you codependent losers. Where do y'all get off trying to bully a grown man? Let's break that down for a second. A grown man is going to be the kind of person who don't care what nobody thinks. He's probably done seen some things, gotten in a bunch of fights, had plenty. How can you bully a grown man? I guess you're used to dealing with a bunch of boys and males like men, but you got a real one this time. You got a real one. And everybody in my soul tribe's a real one. You can't take none of my soul tribe members. They rock with me because they're a reflection of me. They're not a fake like you who's out here trying to fake it till you make it. Now they're the real deal. They recognize real and they getting the real information. But how do you idiots think you have the capability and capacity to mess with a man, to irritate a man? See, I'm glad I'm online. And I shout out to the subscriber that left this message. And I appreciate you joining the Soul Tribe. My guy, the Narc Bully Soul Tribe. I'm in. That's all he had to say. You know, but what did he say? What was I just talking about? Yeah, how are you gonna pick on a grown-ass man who can build anything from scratch? How you call yourself picking on somebody that you look up to? I don't understand that kind of way of thinking. But I really think it's a reaction response. You know, I get into the psychology of things. It's like a reaction response. Like they get intimidated by you and scared. And the first thing they want to do is come off like they're not scared and intimidated. So how do you do that? You fake it. You fake it. And when you fake it, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people believe you and think that you're kind of standing up to whoever it is. But we're not the bullies. We don't rock with nobody. To be a bully, you got to be in a group and you got to, you know what I'm saying, have minions and stuff of that nature. I guess you can be a solo bully, but normally don't work out. We are not bullies. We just keep law and order, and we don't let people bully us. And apparently when you stand up for yourself, people like to make you out to be a bad guy or a bully. That's a fact too. Be careful with who you go on dates on, and you know what I'm saying, just know the kind of person that you're talking to. There are a lot of cop callers out there. Also, if you're going on dates or things of that nature, try to make sure that you're keeping as much your masculinity hidden, and don't speak. Just be stoic, because they'll flip everything you say around on you. And if you get a little bit aggressive, they'll call it toxic. So just try not to speak that much. Let her do most of the talking, and then you figure out whether she's worth a damn or not, you know, based off of that. But I got to get off here, you guys. I don't want to run up another hour-long video, even though you guys are watching them. But YouTube is not friendly on the algorithm with a new channel like mine with an hour-long video. Maybe if I had like 1,000 subscribers, but that's what we're going to do this month, man. This month, I want to get to 1,000+ subscribers, because we're making a statement. We're making a statement right now. These readers are starting to talk better about men. They're bashing men every day. But now they see that you guys are watching me. They're like, oh, there's money in men? Oh, guys, come over here. I'm wearing skimpy outfits. I got my boobs out. I've been noticing the change since I've been big up in men. Like, hey, guys, you know, shout out to my men. And y'all just building the channel. And women see money. Over all that gender stuff, women see money. Bottom line, they see money. So if they're like, oh, wait a minute, men are watching this kind of stuff? Now all of a sudden their tone has changed. They're making sure they're, you know, giving the identifiers like males and men, not saying all men, you know. So we're doing something here. And by me running my mouth and all of you guys agreeing with me and subscribing at the rate that you are, you're showing that I have a movement. And what happens is, it's like, oh, this guy's tapped into a movement. So everybody wants to copy that movement. They can see it's a big movement and they want to be a part of it, but they ain't got the capacity to be able to handle, you know what I'm saying, real Sigma men, because they think they were all the same. No, this is Sigma men coming out of wherever we're at, or we're hiding at, or broken down at, healed, and, you know, working together to build something. And we're showing them that when men work together and they build, man, it's impenetrable. It can't be broken. It can't be stopped. And it's like a steam engine, straight forward in the head, man. You know what I'm saying? They're seeing that. And we're getting respect out of it. Like, okay, so men can't work together, and exactly, how you think this country got built? What you talking about? What you talking about? You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for men, there would be no social construct for you to take advantage of. There would be no laws in place to make sure that the crazy, wild males, you know what I'm saying, don't be doing whatever they want to do. You talking crazy now about toxic, da-da-da-da-da-da. Well, if there was no structure in place, guess what? Those wild men wouldn't care what you say. They wouldn't care what you say. You'd be looking for a strong man to take care of you. Y'all got to start making sure that y'all do what y'all got to do. There's a difference between a lady and a woman. There's also a difference between a woman and a female. Just like there's a difference between a man and a gentleman, and a difference between a man and a male. They're not all the same. So stop trying to put us all in the same box. Women love to categorize things so much. I just gave you 3 of them. Male, man, and gentleman. Now let's see how much y'all copy me with that and run away with it. The 3 classifications of women: lady, woman, and female, right? So you got 3 classifications. If you can't work with that, I don't know what to tell you. You know what I'm saying? But there's a thing called a gentleman, a man, and there's just fucking males, man. You know what I mean? 4, 4, 4, 4 on a timer as I say this. Perfect time for me to get off of here. Gentlemen, keep doing what you're doing. I don't have to tell you what to do. Y'all hitting the like button like crazy. Y'all the dopest to ever do it. I would appreciate it if we can get to over 1,000 subscribers before the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? I would appreciate that. That'd be greatly appreciated. Not the end of the day, the end of the month. Sorry. The end of the month, I'd like to have 1,000 plus subscribers. So I'm gonna do that campaign, push for that for the next few days or 4 days, whatever it is. And I wanna show everybody that, listen, man, we're on to something here, and then we're gonna ride this thing on out. As a unit, you know what I mean? I'm a sergeant. I got this, y'all. You know what I mean? Let's get it done. So I appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Stay blessed. Don't work too hard. Remember, your subconscious mind and your mind is where everything starts. So start reprogramming yourself to where you know you're the best version of yourself. You know you're the main character energy not main character energy, you are the main character of your movie. Everybody else just extras and people that snuck on set, okay? That being said, peace, love, and light. Y'all be back on here later. Don't miss me on TikTok. I'm probably gonna get on there and work out. Sigmas, you know, if you want to get on there, I will be shirtless on there working out. So understand, gentlemen, if you don't want to be on there, that's when the ladies come through. But, you know, I will let you guys know I'm doing another TikTok live where I'm having one of these discussions. But also don't miss me on my podcast channel. I'm going live on there later on today. And I'm going to do some tarot. Don't know how y'all feel about that yet, but all my tarot is for men too. It's all man positivity. my tarot channel, though, is more for your intuitive side, right? I broke it up so you can get your logical information you need on the podcast channel, so you can get your man and woman dating dynamic need. And then I have the tarot channel where I do Reiki healing, and I get you to show you how to calm down, and also I'll spiritually tap in and see what women are thinking, and you know, I'll see if the women out there you're talking to are cheating or things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? Giving you that that spiritual side of the house that you can start opening up your mind to, and that way you guys can tap in also and not have these women thinking they can do mental manipulation on you, right? So that's that channel's for. But I want to make sure that you guys are getting all the spectrum and use all the spectrum to your advantage, and stop just looking at women so linearly, because they're tapped into everything. And that's why they keep doing whatever they want. They're in their spiritual, they got their subconscious thing tapped in, and we're just sitting here just, you know, not even trying to figure it out. So we're going to figure it out. We're going to conquer it. You know what I mean? We're going to be on top of it and get it back to where they're chasing us, trying to figure us out. Not the opposite way around, okay? Peace, love, and light. Y'all be back on here later. Take it easy.